Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Earlier stream than usual today, but how's it going? How is it going? I was looking at the calendar and realized that, hey, Ashlyn, nice. It's my 6 month streaming anniversary today, so I'm gonna be doing some stuff with a friend later, with the Chris Witt, if you're familiar with him. But I can't let another Wednesday escape without a web novel reading. So I thought I would check out this relatively new one called Kindred Keep. It promises to be an interactive adventure. Hey, dude! An interactive adventure, which sounds like a ton of fun. Let me. So, I think, honestly, I'm just gonna get started with it. Um, if I can ever find the right window to pull up. There we go. For Kindred Keep, a dice RPG with base building. Always a fun, uh, always fun. By the Rotting Bard. Warning for gore and profanity. So it's still gonna be a say-so stream, just a little violent maybe. Um, a young dwarf is called upon to lead an expedition team to an unsettled land. There they are tasked to lay the foundations of their clan's future, to build a dwarven fortress by the sweat of their own labor and the blood of their men. In a war-torn world filled with savages and monsters, this fortress will call up adventurers to aid it, to go on quests, and to defend the good people. And who is the central character? This young dwarf? Well, their name is obvious, isn't it? It's... And in their head is I, the humble author, a medium between you and them. Through the story, the readers will vote on what adventures to recruit, what quests to go on, and how the fortress will grow. While many decisions lie in the hands of the readers, the characters' fates lie in the dice. So we've got the table of contents. I have not rated the story yet because I actually thought it would be fun to read it for the first time on stream. I peeked at it real quick, but I skimmed it a little too fast to get a proper... So everything is going to be a first reaction here. So we have Chapter 1, The Expedition. This was posted a day ago with its most recent installment about 10 hours ago. So we are on the ground floor, breaking and entering in a brand new world. So a note from the author says, "Hi, welcome to Kindred Keep. This is an interactive story and thus will require lots of voting and comments. So that'll be fun. The story will be using elements of games such as Dwarf Fortress, Darkest Dungeon, and Dungeons and Dragons. That said, he'll be modifying his own game system to fit the world. The author will be taking feedback and discussing the story on Discord. So if you look up the story, you can find the author's Discord there. You can join to help create quests and adventurers to use throughout the story. Yes, readers can work with them to create their own adventures or their own quests that will be worked into the narrative game. And without further ado, the author will be possessing the host dwarf so we can get started with our game, and I will be subsequently possessing the author to read this. I walk across the cobbled streets of Loud City. Rain splatters across the stone. I pull my cloak up further in an attempt to stay dry. A pair of human guards march past me carrying pikes, wearing iron helms and dull breastplates. The grime and shit of the city is being washed away. I wrinkle my nose at the noxious smells that radiate from the gutters. Keeping my head up, I observe the houses on either side of the street in the district that stretch upward with huge windows and have elaborate architecture. It makes me damn uncomfortable to be above ground and see homes reach toward the heavens. They test the fate of the gods. Yet you are the one that was punished. Get out! My leather-bound fists crack against my jaw, and I stumble across the street. I look back down the street. The guards are far enough off to have not heard me. I turn and continue until a house fits the description I'm looking for. Dark oak architecture, stone foundation, and dark purple curtains over the inside of windows, hiding any interior from prying eyes. I take in a big breath and approach the gate. Entering the ground, my steps grow more hesitant as I walk to the door. The dark oak door has rounded sides and dwarvish runes of protection on it. The handle is dark pewter. It feels weak in my shaky grasp as I twist the knob and open the door. The interior is a large hall. There is an entrance to a study on the left and a large dining space on the right that could entertain well over 20 guests. A chandelier of crystal hangs from the ceiling, sending an array of colors reflecting around the room. A flight of stairs leads to another floor of the house, but there are also 2 doors underneath the staircase. "Brother!" I call out, my voice reverberating in my chest. There is a clank that comes down from the study. I walk around and look around the room. It's lined with bookshelves containing tomes of many races. Near the back is a rack filled with ancient scrolls of our people. At the other side of the study is my brother, with a book in one hand and a metal wine glass on a table to his side. We have the same curly, light brown beard we've intricately braided, darker brown, shaggy hair, and green eyes that look like polished gemstones. "Do you know how late it is?" he whispers. "Raim, I've been traveling for days," I huff. "And you arrived late on multiple accounts." He sets his book down and his hands drop to the sides of his chair. He pushes and wheels roll him away from the table. He makes a turn and looks to the side of me. "Stop gawking, we're going into my office." Raim glares at me. "Of course," I reply. I had heard from his letter that he was too injured to leave his position in the city. I had not assumed it would be such a life-changing injury. My brother might never delve into a mine again. Oh, the link for the story is, let me pull it up right here real quick. As I... There we go. So, most of what I'm going to be reading, just in general, as I try to do more than, as I try to do more Webnovel Wednesday segment, I do take read requests, yes. This is only the second time I've been, reading stuff. The first time I read a little bit of my own, novel, and another friend of mine, and this was posted on a writing Discord that I like to hang out in, and I saw it and was like, this is too interesting not to read. You can absolutely plug your chapter 1. Go right ahead. I shouldn't have a restriction on links, but if you want to hold on just 1 second, I can make sure. I would be happy to read yours next week, too. Shouldn't have opened that door. Oh, that sounds fun. Alright, awesome. I fight with Discord bots a lot, so it's not always, it's not always easy to post. Hey, Len, how's it going? We are just, getting to the part in this story. This is a, base builder, which is going to be really cool. Kind of a choose-your-own-adventure, in a way. So we are just following the main character, who is a dwarf, who has just met his brother in a city. He's not really very pleased with the city. And, it seems his brother is injured after some type of accident, so he will never delve into a mine again, quite possibly. And that is terrible. Yeah, I keep forgetting that I'm part of the RoyalRoad Discord, too. I'm part of another RoyalRoad populated Discord. But yeah, Bart is a really sweet dude. Audio's out of sync with the model? Yeah, it usually is. I'm trying to figure out how to get that set up a little better. But... Hey, Josh! Oh, man, alright. It is just everyone cool hour. It is just everyone awesome hour. Sorry, I've totally lost my place. I walk across the room towards him as he pushes through a door to the office. He wheels around behind a desk, faces me and sighs. You assumed I was exaggerating? Rim's voice sounds exhausted. I didn't make assumptions, brother. Oh, yeah, dude, thank you so much. I will definitely... Oh, and, Josh, your first troll, you mean the guy who was asking about your game? I was there just for a little bit, and, oh, I'm sorry. That's bull. I didn't make assumptions, brother. I take the seat across from him. You didn't make enough, he mutters. I slide my journal out of a pack onto the side of my belt as he takes a key out of his pocket and jams it into one of the desk drawers. Phantasmal Gamer. Phantasmal Gamer is Josh. Pulling them back indeed. I set the journal down on the desk. He brings out a stack of papers and scrolls from the deep drawer. He drops them onto the desk and looks to make eye contact with me. Oh no, Spam lose weight like 10 times? Oh no, that's so mean. That's terrible. Well, this is... Ugh. What a jerk. So our other brother went to war, Rim prods? Yes, joined an adventurer's outfit that was taking part in riskier military actions, I reply. He'll come home, though. Had the blessing of travel before leaving with his destination of Ansro. Then we pray he returns in one piece, Rim grumbles. Right. I swallow my hesitation. I gathered a list of candidates from the 6 races as you suggested. Good. Rim clears a few papers to the side and unfurls a scroll. The papyrus scroll is inked with the map of the surrounding regions. There is a clear X on the map toward the bottom left corner. The spot is between the Elven nation of Tyria and the Null nation of Nash. Swallow's grave? I look up at Rim. That would be it, Rim smiles. Purchase the land from an N-tier baron who was none the wiser to our plan. That's Goblin Country, though. That's where Broken Bubble was burned down. Those poor, stupid halflings. I wipe sweat from my brow. It won't be Goblin Country in a week and a half. You should have hustled more. Tyria is marching through there. All the gobs are going to be pasted under their prissy elven boots. Rim smiles. You're a genius! I slam a fist down on the table with a wide grin. I can get there in 2 weeks. Don't rush off. I have a guide who can get you there in a week, but only bring up to 5 people, including himself. Rim pulls out a folder. I have a list of adventurers from the guild. Low level, but they can defend you on the trail. But if we're going to need to establish a colony big enough to support a mine, we'll need to lay a foundation immediately. Not to mention the logistics. We need to grow our own food, mine into the mountain, build defenses, train guards. Adventurers are going to leave us. I flip open my notebook and punch my finger into the numbers. That's why we have the staggered release plan. You found 6 groups. 1 will join your colony each month of the life-bearing seasons. That way you can build up and prepare slowly to support a larger group. Plus, if we sent 100 people through the woods to this location now, we would expect a 70% loss by the end of the year. Rim drops the folder next to my notebook. Choose which adventurers to bring with you. If you fuck this up, we go under and our family name is ruined. If we succeed, then we'll become rich come this time next year, Rim continues. Yeah! Oh, that would be really cool. I love what... Thank you for following! Thank you so much. I will definitely make it to your writing if you do, because that would just be wonderful. Because I know the gaming community is so great on Twitch, but the writing community I've yet to really explore here, and everyone that I meet is pretty darn wonderful. Let's see if I can get a little vlog. Yeah, I guess that's probably what it's called. Okay, I definitely will. Choose which adventurers to bring with you. If you fuck this up, we could go under next year and our family name is ruined. If we succeed, then we'll be rich come this time next year. Alright, I open the folder. How many are there? 5 viable options or answers. Aw, Len, you should write more. That would be great. And there's nothing wrong with spending your time on fanfic. You know, it's so nice to just shake it out, get some words down. Alright, I see 6 options here. I look back up at my brother. This is the first test. Choose the 4 you want to bring with you. Rim wheels across the desk. I'm going to get us a pot of coffee. No need to rush this. He leaves the room. Alright, the voices always like to butt in with useless info. Let's hear what they have to say now. I stare at the first proper reading over the stats of the adventurer. So this is kind of lit RPG style, from what I understand. So we've got little stat screens. This is Guldrick Frostmane, a dwarf knight in spiked armor. He's level 1 with 14 health. For his body, he has 3 athletics and 3 brawl, agility 1 crafting and 3 mobility, charisma 2 intimidate, 1 leadership, psyche 1 faith 2 reaction, intelligence 1 in engineering 1 lore, primal 2 instinct 2 survival. Ooh, okay, so what is the derby exactly? That's not like RoyalRoad's Write-a-thon or anything. That's something different? And, So a spiked rager, protecting allies and making himself into a pincushion. They say the larger the spike on their head, the more honored they are. That's ridiculous. Covering yourself in spikes is not a proper strategy. You forget the system? Adventurers are better than you. Fuck you. How does this 2-bit adventurer from a third-rate clan compare to me, the child of a noble? If you were his enemy, he'd chase you down with his superior speed, even when fully armored. You'd have no way to break his grip. Then he would crush you with over 20 stone of armor and mean fucking dwarf as a dozen spikes punctured through your organs. Adventurers are vessels for death. Fine, the next one. We've got Thandon Trek, a dwarf mage who specializes in geomancy, level 1 with 11 health. He's got encumbrance and melee defense, crafting and projectiles, arts and conjuration, occult and ritual magic, artifice and evocation, orienteering and tracking. A wielder of magic. His mere presence would destroy what you have left of your ego. His sheer intelligence would shatter the insanity you call your mind. So he's smart. I can just study up, read a bit about what lies before us. Don't fool yourself. You've seen what mages do. This one can pull the earth and mold stone as if it were weightless. Then he could help us establish a mine. That would be a waste of his talents. The things that you think society needs are strange. Money, metal, stone? What do you really need? If we have a miner, then we need a smith. Are you listening to me? Sovric Fellfire. Dwarf fighter with a maul, level 1, 14 health. Melee attack and smithing. Crafting, pilot, arts, barter. Yeah, I am a big fan of lit RPG. Reddit serials. Okay, Inkfort Publishing is hosting them. 120 covers, 100 participants. Take an alternate identity, vote for covers, spend 3 months going through the entire process. Oh my gosh. Facebook, ew. Marketing is a process all the way through. Okay. That sounds amazing. I'm definitely going to check that out. Using TikTok for writing is gotta be a really interesting method of promotion. A friend of mine just started with it too, and man, she has more guts than I do. And here he is, a smith. That's perfect. Writer talk. Okay. Yeah, next Wednesday, you got it. Not quite this time next week, because I'm actually, I'm just off from work today, so I'm doing an earlier stream. But, about 7 p.m. PST, if that's good for you. And here he is, a smith. That's perfect. A knight, a miner, and a smith. What else could we need? Food, water, shelter. I guess we need one more to fill up the available slots. You only want to bring them because they're dwarves. Be a little more open-minded. My mind is open enough considering you got in here. 7 PST is 10 EST? Trying to think. So we have Watson Spellseer, a half-elf summoner, chronicler, level 1, 10 health. So he's a little squishier than the rest. Encumbrance, endurance, pickpocket, stealth, conjuration, seduction. That's interesting. Yes, I'm West Coast. Deception, ritual magic, arcana, linguistics, husbandry, and taming. So I'm a little enamored with Mr. Spellseer here. Because I'm a sucker for characters who deception, ritual magic, arcana, seduction. That's just fun. A summoner, that's unique. I wonder what they can summon. The class is interesting, but what's a chronicler going to do for a group? And what's the spread of skills? Is this the non-viable option? Spellseer is a famous name. I've heard of an elf before with that name, but they were a mage, not a summoner. And definitely not a low-level adventurer. Can you remember them? Not with you in my head. And I believe last, but not least, or possibly least, we just don't know, Lenus Mostania, the human knight, who is a sword/board, ? Level 1 with 13 HP, melee attack, a ton of melee defense, mobility, stealth, leadership, negotiate, insight, reaction, abjuration, medicine, cultivating, and instinct. I wonder if this is the cultivating from Chinese novels? And suddenly a cultivator is here. A defense-focused tank, pretty run-of-the-mill. Even with the magic defensive abilities, can't imagine we would need him. I'm a plenty good leader. When was the last time anyone listened to you? Tema Silk, human cleric, rage, level 1, health 14, melee attack, toughness, acrobatics, mobility, intimidate, negotiate, faith, reaction, lore, medicine, empathy, and instinct. A cleric, of course, this has to be our fourth pick. A wise choice, yet she has no magical skills and her style is concerning. Rage? What does that even mean? Probably not a reference to how polite she is. Alright, fine. That was the last adventurer. The door opens behind me as a human woman enters. She has dark leather armor and dark green clothes underneath. Her hair is long and purple. She holds the door open as Ray rolls in with a tray. On the tray are a few tin cups and a coffee cup. The woman takes the tray, places it on the table, and pours 3 cups of coffee. Rain rolls back around to the other side of the table. Zarya, this is my little sibling. They'll be accompanying you on your journey. Rain waves to me. You must be the guide. I stand and shake Zarya's hand. She smiles brightly. I am, and what was your name? Oh, it's... Did you choose which 4 are going to join your group? I quickly sit down and fan out the sheets a little. Zarya sits down next to me and watches with an intrigued expression. Right. Which 4 am I choosing? Seriously, I'm asking you. Which 4 am I choosing? So... It looks like Frostmane's got 13% of the vote. Fellfire, Spellseer. Total 15 votes. So, looks like we are too late to vote. But Spellseer, the interesting mage, seems to have won. This is a reader interactive one, yeah. I believe the author has a link to his Discord as well. Yes, I will be taking feedback and discussing the story on my Discord. So, if you check out the story, you can then check out Bard's Discord and figure out if you want to vote for stuff. I've got another stream coming up in about 10 minutes, so I'm actually going to call it here and just have showcased this one today. But it was really awesome meeting you, Fimbobot, and it was great seeing everyone else, and I'll be back with some Jackbox really soon. Quiplash. And we should be doing it with Audience Interactive, so you should be able to play along. So I will catch you guys in a little while. Thank you so much for showing up. Peace out.